Please be seated. Do you ever think about angels? Our lessons today are full of stories about angels. Angels encounter us from an infinite number of reasons. They come in order to warn, to admonish, to guide, to rescue, to announce, to open prison doors, and to sing anthems. They enter our lives at the most unexpected moments. St. Luke wrote of a door opening in time and space in a hill village where Gabriel appeared to Mary. The appearance to the young woman disturbs her because the angel enters not only into the outer world of time and space, but also into her inner world of awareness. In heaven, too, we see contention and struggle as the great archangels gather their forces and war breaks out. Michael and Satan ride to battle, and Michael triumphs, banishing Satan, hurling him as a falling star from heaven to the depths of hell. And ever since, Satan has won battle after battle among human beings because they are naive enough to think him defeated. They do not realize that he still possesses grandeur and power because he is an archangel, albeit a fallen one. We see this truth more clearly than anywhere else in Jacob Epstein's great bronze statue on the wall of Coventry Cathedral in England. An image of that is on page 2 of your bulletin. Look quickly, and you see Michael standing above a defeated Satan, apparently slain by a sword. Look again, and you see that Michael's spear has not yet entered Satan's body, and that Satan is not reclining, but propped on one elbow about to rise. The struggle goes on forever and will not be resolved until the end of time. In 1991 and 92, the world of the dramatic arts was confronted by two of the most powerful dramas of recent decades. Tony Kushner's Angels in America. These dramas have put into words the dread and awe of the plague that has robbed almost everyone of a certain age of a friend or acquaintance, or has taken from us greatly gifted men or women whose art or humor or acting or writing or faith has graced our lives beyond measure. When Kushner set out to dramatize the terror and agony of AIDS, he found that it was impossible to do so without allowing human suffering a dimension beyond itself and beyond time and space. Only in that could meaning be found for such suffering. With this choice, he forced Western art to return to its ancient roots in Greek tragedy, where whatever happens on stage has a meaning beyond itself. Their voices of the chorus sang as the voice of gods, where the gods themselves walked the higher reaches of the stage. All through the tradition of high opera, the same devices are seen, where divine or satanic figures move in the world of human affairs. In the late 20th century, we suddenly found ourselves watching a stage where angels once again take their majestic place among us, bringing back dimension and depth in our living and dying, our lives and betrayals, our breaking hearts and our vulnerable bodies. Since angels come primarily to guide or to warn, we need to ask ourselves about the times in our lives when we have been guided or protected, often from our own worst selves. When we remember, then we need to recall the people who we encountered at these times, realizing that in them we were encountering angels. Their wings and their glory were hidden. Their voices were familiar, and they spoke of ordinary things. Yet, when we remember such times and such people, we realize how much we have been guarded, protected, and guided, most often when we were completely unaware. 2,000 years ago, Joseph remembered when he awoke that the angel with great wings had warned him to take his wife and child to Egypt. It is easy to suppose that Elijah, sleeping the sleep of utter exhaustion as he fled from Jezebel's guards, remembered a flaming and majestic figure placing food before him in his periods of fitful wakefulness. But it may have been no more than a brief glimpse of a hand or a veiled face before it faded into the desert. Where both Joseph and Elijah differ from us, as they wake from their dreams and we wake from ours. The difference is that they recognize these encounters as meetings with angels, angels who are ministers of grace. Our restless hearts will find no rest until in the comings and goings of our daily lives, our ears are open to the beating of wings, and our eyes can see the glory of Michael and his companions. Amen.